Hello, I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks on using the quote system. Video is an add-on to the existing documentation. And that documentation you can get to from the Documentations for Dealers. To get to the quote pages, you can use the main menu or you can use the pull-down menu. So let's go on to the quote page and let's go ahead and create a new quote. I'm going to type in just a reference. And that reference could be anything you wish to use. It's just a open text field. And I want to use a markup of 10%. And then I need to click add. Clicking add sets all this up in the database, and it sets it up so line items can be added. So let's add a few line items. So what I did here, I needed the item ID, and then I used the large list selector to pick the item I want. And the default is 1, and then it pulls in the cost and the suggested retail. And if you notice, the standard markup is being used of 10%. That's coming from above here. So if I change it to 12%, it all recalculates. So this retail price is what we're going to show the customer. So this is our total cost, and this is the total to the customer. And you can hide your cost items. So let's add a couple more. Let's go ahead and just add the same thing. And I'm just copying and pasting. So, and let's change the markup to 20%. So, it's all set up. So we have this item set up, listed several times. We want one each with a 20% markup. Now, if I want a different markup, I can come in here to override it, and let's say I want 10%. So 3806 plus 10% should give us the 4187. So the other option I have is suggested retail. So let's try that one. So now the retail price is the same as the suggested retail price. Now I can also keep this price even if I want to go back to cost markup for the other item. So just set this to Y, and if you notice, it maintains the same percentage. So now when I go back to the cost markup calculation, all the others have switched back to 20% except for the ones I've overridden. So now that the customer has okayed the approval to do the work, let's go ahead and add this to the cart and order our parts. Now this is saying there are items already in my cart, so I gotta please process before I can continue. So click OK. Let's go to our cart. And you can get to your cart from up here as well. As you can see, there are in fact items in my cart. So I am going to clear that out. Now let's go back to my quotes. And there's everything how I've set it. And so here is the items I've had my cart, and this is the cost of the items. So I can continue to check out like normal.